if I had to learn programming in 2025, this is how I will do it. Now, in 2025, software game is totally different. We have tools like Cursor, Claude, ChatGPT, which can build entire apps just using a single prompt. And you can build pretty much any kind of apps with these tools. For example, web app, mobile app, or entire services infrastructure and all that. If you're a beginner and you're trying to learn programming in 2025, you can use these AI tools to build apps, right? So maybe you don't even need to learn programming languages. You can just learn, prompt engineering and just prompt these tools to build, apps. But here's the catch. The nature of how these tools, for example, Claude or ChatGPT or Cursor work is they use LLM, right? And LLM hallucinates, right? And the problem with that is you can, if you don't know, if you're not an expert in the programming language or the thing that you are asking the tool to do, a tool to build an app for, and it makes a mistake, you don't know how to fix it. It can write, whole services for you or whole the entire app for you, but if it makes a single mistake, you don't know where to look and you don't know how to fix it. And that's where your expertise, your knowledge will come handy. AI tools like a chat gpt or cursors and all that should be used with a guiding model. So you are the guide and you're guiding them to generate specific kind of output. You can actually use those tools to build anything you want, but in order to do that, you need to have that guiding knowledge, you need to have that guiding ability. And that is, I think, I will focus on if I'm learning to program again. So that's one thing. So now, what to learn in the age of AI, right? Like, what are the things or skills which we will be needing in the next 4 to 5 years or maybe next 10 years. So if I am learning for that, I will be focused on these things. So first thing will be algorithms and data structure. So I really need to know and understand how like at least like basic data structures like array, objects, hash maps, how variables work, and all that, because they are like mostly same in most of programming languages, right? So I need to know that. I need to you know certain algorithms like binary search, or like merge sort and all that. The reason we need these core concepts, because even when you're working with AI in the next 5 or 10 years, whatever, whenever you'll ask AI to write code, it is going to use those concepts, and you need to know those concepts, because if it makes a mistake, you have to go ahead and fix that code. Or even like sometimes it will use a totally different approach and you don't want to use that approach. Even in that case, you need to know like what is the best way to solve this. And if AI chooses that model, then that's great. But if it doesn't choose that model that you want to use, then you can go ahead, guide AI to do that. Other than that, I think it will be great to at least have basic knowledge of, how system scales, how apps work on a scale, a million users or 2 millions or whatever. And you at least you need to have like a basic understanding of it, like how it works. Whatever domain you are in C, you are in Python, you are in JavaScript, like how apps handle when the application gets bigger and all that, right? So I think if you have basic knowledge of that, that would be great. I think that is like one of the skills that you need to learn in 2025. The third thing will be how LLM works. Now I think most of us don't really think about it if we are trying to learn programming, but in 2025 you need to know how LLM work, because you are day in day out is going to work with LLM if you're using any kind of tool. Because most of these tools use LLM, you need to understand how LLM works, at least conceptually, at least at a higher view. Because if you know how LLMs work, then you can, spot their mistakes, or you can guide them in a certain way, right? You will use that knowledge, like how LLMs work, to actually make your life easier to work with LLM, right? So you need to at least conceptually understand how LLM works. Other thing will be AI integration into apps. So it doesn't matter if you're programming in Python, Go, Node.js, JavaScript, whatever, you need to understand how you will be able to integrate AI into those apps, because AI is getting more and more integrated into different aspects of our life as we are speaking right now, day to day. So I think every programmer who is learning programming in 2025 should know how you can integrate AI, how you can use AI tools into your apps or AI into your apps to make life easier for your users, right? Now, in 2025, if I am starting to learn programming, I have a luxury which I didn't have when I started in 2015, which is I can prompt AI to be my personal tutor. So, for example, if in 2015 I want to learn, let's say, C programming, or if I want to learn JavaScript, I have to go to YouTube or I have to go to web and search for tech articles or watch YouTube videos and all that, right? And maybe I will learn things from those videos. Maybe it's easy for me to understand videos, or maybe I have a different style of learning. So I have to like research a lot to find the right video or find the right, text article or whatever. Now in 2025, we have the luxury to just go ahead and go ahead and go to ChatGPT, go to Claude or whatever, and just say, I want to learn these things. What should be the core concepts? And this is the way I learn. I learn by building projects, or I learn by reading core concepts. I need to know everything or whatever, and it will just create a plan for you. It will even write code for you, and you can go ahead and ask like line by line what this line mean, what this line mean, what this line mean, right? And then you can ask like, what if I change this, and it will tell you exactly what will happen, if you change that line, right? So you have this feedback loop with the ability to tailor the ChatGPT responses to your learning style, right? So you have that luxury now in 2025. If I'm learning in 2025, I will be, going to ChatGPT and just asking it like, how should I learn this programming language? Let's create like a 1 month plan, and first week we'll do this, and it will tell you like first week, second week we'll do this, third week we'll do this, and all that. That's how you can use AI to learn new concepts, right? I even made a video about it. I will link it in the description. You can go ahead and check that out. And in that video, I will show you guys how I use ChatGPT to learn new programming languages or libraries and etc. The other way you can use AI tools is you can ask AI to review your code, ask it to show you a better way to solve the same problems, apart from what you wrote, right? Or ask it for better tips on how about like what should I do differently here to make the code better. Now, to conclude this video, if you are someone who is trying to learn programming in 2025, use AI heavily, but not to write code, not to build apps, but to learn core concepts, learn system design, learn how to write code. You should be using AI to learn how to write better code instead of letting AI write code for you. Yes, once you are expert enough that if AI is writing code for you and it makes a mistake and you are able to fix that, then you can go ahead and use AI to write code for you and all that. But until then, go ahead and write code for yourself, but use AI as a guide. Use AI to review your code and etc. Don't skip hard parts. Don't skip core concept. Don't skip data structure. Don't skip logarithms, because you need to understand those if you are going to be someone who is writing code for the next 10 to 20 years. We are going to use AI heavily to write code, but we still need people who can fix issues or fix mistakes done by AI while writing code. And that is pretty much it. If you like this video, please subscribe and share it with other people who might find it useful. I'll see you in the next video.